What's up, guys? nethervvoid here with more World of Tanks, almost daily subscriber replays. I love the almost part. This is an IS video, tier 7 heavy tank on the Russian side of the fence, and this was sent to me by Hero. I'm not sure, H-A-P-T-A, I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. He's driving on the cliff map, standard battle. This is a really old map, so it's pretty obvious kind of where the lanes are and where you should be going. Again, if you've been playing the game for a while. Now, this wasn't the best replay I've ever seen. It just gets in some really interesting situations. It's kind of a fun match to watch and see how it kind of unfolds. So he's driving up here on the 1-2 line. Looks like we've got a lot of guys going either for the donut, which is, if you look at my cursor down on the minimap, this is the donut, or they're going to either go up through the middle or around through the 9 line here. We'll see how it goes. Usually it's fairly even, with a slightly larger push on the 9 side, I would say. Usually. Or, you know, it's about half and half. I don't know. So, Hero posts up right here, kind of just waiting for people to peek around. There's going to be a couple guys on the 1-2 line, I'm sure. So he's just kind of waiting, which is what I would do. So, Season 5 of these subscriber replays is coming to an end pretty soon. Hopefully you guys keep track. This is the 5th season of subscriber replays. I've got like almost 200 of these now. Just definitely check them out. There's actually a playlist with all of these videos in it. You can click that. I'm probably gonna put a little link up in the top left corner of the screen here. So go check that out. It's gonna start. It starts really at the latest video and kind of starts going back in time. Here comes a low. Right in. What a dummy. And man, too bad that wasn't a pen. It could have been major damage. Low doesn't really have that great of armor, so kind of surprised that wasn't a nice pen. That was a chance to get a great shot on this guy. And another chance. Boom! Only gets the track. That's got to suck. That could have been 800 damage already. The SU-152 takes him out. So anyway, it's kind of fun to watch the replays as they go back into time, right? As you're watching that playlist, the replays will go back in patches and you can see what the game used to be like. I think that's kind of interesting. It might be a little subtle, it's kind of hard to pick up, but there are changes to tanks, you know, that happen over time that's kind of fun to see, to watch. You know, and especially the times that didn't have any gold rounds hardly. You can see a lot of times like that. So, he's not having a great game so far, shooting kind of random and wild a little bit in the beginning, but it gets kind of interesting in a little bit here. Also, I've been doing some Elite Dangerous guides. Check that out. Should be a link also at the top right or something like that, where you can go check those videos out. Tell me if you're going to pick up the game. It's going to be 50 bucks. It's coming out soon. Right now you can get into beta for 75 bucks. I did just because I'm a YouTuber and make money off of it, and I want to learn everything I can about the game now, so it's worth it to me. It might not be worth it to you for 75. I don't really know why you'd want to get into it now. If I didn't do YouTube, I probably wouldn't buy the game for 75 bucks. My thing is what I would be doing, I would never buy any pre-orders, and I would just buy the games I like after they're already out, and I've already got, you know, people have released, reviews of the game, and I can actually see if I like it. That's when I plot down the money. But since I'm a YouTuber, I buy games early, because it's part of my business, right? So, anyway, he's just kind of waiting here for some guys to come around the turn here. He's not seeing anybody, so he's going to start crawling up. Looks like the enemy team got the donut early. That's really bad for the friendlies, except the friendlies are pretty much hidden from the enemy donut right here. If we pause the video, let's see, pause like this. If you look at my cursor right here, this is a huge hill basically, and so all these guys are pretty much out of line of sight from the guys up here from the donut. Looks like they're probably shooting across, clearing everything out. That's usually what people do, is they clear everything out over here and then they start moving down this way. So let's see what he does. Decides to come around and get behind these guys, which is a great idea. And he's going to crawl up in this spot. They did alter this map. You used to not be able to do this, and I think it's a really good idea because you can do stuff like this, which is kind of cool, and it's going to throw the enemy team off, because right now it's really not looking good, even though the enemy team's only up 1 tank. The positioning the enemy has is just ridiculous. So 150, just not paying attention, and boom. And I'm not oh yeah, okay, it registered some damage. I was like, what? So, but he does get caught here trying to roll up, and he's by a 306.01. Luckily, he has a bad shot. The IS has pretty good armor for lower tier tanks. Yeah, same tier or above, it's pretty easy to get through the IS, but for lower tier tanks, it's very bad. It's very hard to get through. So there you go. Takes that guy out, the T-69. Now that guy could have been a real big pain in the butt. He's got a lot of damage in that drum. He can just unload 4 shots into you like that. T-150 missing his opportunity, and so does Hero, but that's okay. That's a good thing he didn't shoot. He would have missed. You know, it would have been obvious. So Crusader, that's the Arty, catching him sitting there. Arty isn't as big a deal as it used to be. In fact, if you watch the replays and go back in time, you'll see how big of a deal it was back then. It was really hard to move without getting hit by Arty. But this is kind of where he screws up a little bit, but it gets into a really interesting situation. Now, he's kind of got a pincer going on. The enemy's pincering him. We got a KV-1S, and we got an IS and a T-150. Pincering 2 guys right here. So this is kind of bad. Again, friendlies not in good positioning. The enemy looks like they should be dominating. So here comes an IS-3 like a noob, and boom, the IS-152. ISU-152 takes him out with that huge shell. And that's where, boom, Hero gets a nice shot on the KV-1S and ISU-152, and Hero really working over the enemy team here. So they're doing a great job. He calls for help. 150 coming back out, and he takes the shot, takes the bait. Now here comes the 150. He's going to come over. Nashorn gets taken out. The friendly gets taken out. The Nashorn, yeah, by the KV-1S. Here comes an IS. Now they're descending upon him. He should be dead. Hero should definitely be dead right here. Was the IS not reloaded or something? Or maybe he overshot. So now he gets hit by Hero for 400 damage, and boom, gets taken out by the friendly KV-1S. So that's good. Wait, what? Interesting, okay. He kills the 150 right there, and he's only got 1 tank left to deal with. That really should have been a massacre. Just really had some good supporting fire from the friendlies, and did a pretty good job getting damage. He only really kind of screwed up a little bit with that 150, but it really wasn't anything to write home about or anything. I mean, mistakes happen, right? Everybody makes mistakes. I don't just post the videos where everybody's perfect, you know? But yeah, that was a pretty sizable mistake, because he did get another shot on him. Maybe even 2. Let's look. I think he only got 1 shot on him for 170. Yeah, so it wasn't too horrible. It could have been a lot worse, though. So he's saying 59-16, go spot. So now the friendlies are actually up on the enemy. They got out of that situation, but they do have a situation at base with 30-02 being in cap there, or almost in cap. There is a Tiger back there, because that Tiger P is retarded and he's camping base. I don't know, why is he camping base? And again, not a good shot there. Hold your shot, man. Don't just shoot when you know. Well, and, you know, people are going to change direction again. You can't really predict that, per se. But I like it a little bit better when I made sure the guy stopped. Anyway, Tiger P takes him out. Tiger P camping base like a newbie. This would have been a lot easier if he was pushing out. In fact, if he pushed up with Hero, they would have just stormed the donut, probably. I wonder if the Tiger P can climb up that hill. I don't think he can. I don't think it can. I don't think its engine's good enough. Maybe it can, but I don't think so. Nice shot on the V39 there for another almost 400 damage. Nice amount of damage so far in the game. Not anything to write home about. But again, replays are not all about how much damage you get. It's about tactics. It's about your decisions. That's really what the ones I want to show. It's about decisions. Boom! It takes him out. 3 kills. Really helping his team out big time in this game. Again, he's loading too much heat, or HE, though. He's got 11 rounds of HE. You should really change that, dude. You're almost out of AP. I would load max 4. I'd probably load 2, but max 4, right? Behind a wall, behind a mountain, can't get him. 59-16, probably going to get this guy. Anyway, and is that the game? No, he's got a shell ready is what his problem is here. Pretty soon Hero's going to be... Here we go. And there he is, holding his shot. Good job, buddy, holding this shot. Gets the 4th kill here for the final kill of the game. 2,600 damage by Hero. Pretty nice game there, and really awesome predicament. I love those kind of games. This is really why I posted it. It's interesting to get in those kind of predicaments. Those are the games you remember. Not the games where you steamrolled and killed 10 tanks. I mean, I guess you do remember them, but there's not much to remember. Oh, what happened in the game? Oh, I killed 10 guys. Well, Like, anything interesting? Well, not really. I just kind of sat there and killed everyone, you know? I mean, usually it's not really hard to get 10. If you're getting 10 kills, the match wasn't very difficult. But anyway, again, tell me what you think about ideas for Season 6. I want to probably do a contest or something like that. Not really sure. Something that's not too in-depth because it will be too difficult to maintain and won't be able to do it. Anyway, put those in the comment section, any of your ideas. And as always, guys, stay frosty.